Bought myself an old Italian motorcycle. I think it's from either late 50s or the early 60s. This thing is rough, but it's got a lot of cool stuff going on. A lot of things to fix. Missing some parts. It's got this really awesome looking cam set up here that rotates around, and the model is a Capriolo 125, so it's 125 cc's. The next thing I have to tackle is the clutch. And I don't know if you can see those little slots in there. You have to have a special tool to take the spring nuts off to get those slots off. I'm going to fabricate something to get that apart. But the problem is, when I go to crank it with the Kickstarter, the clutch slips. Watch. Sometimes it turns, but most of the time it's slipping. So I got to fix the clutch so it holds. That's number one on the list. I'm going to get this thing running. Got the carburetor pulled. It's getting cleaned right now. Yesterday I adjusted the valves. Give them a little bit of play. They're a little bit on the tight side. Put a little lubrication up there in the cam bucket thing there that it uses to actuate the cams. Next thing I got to figure out is the coil. I don't know if that one's any good or not, so I'll have to do some checking with that. Tires are absolutely garbage on this thing. Probably original equipment. Throttle cable's bad. I got to replace that. Yeah, the wheels come off. I'll check the brakes. Probably put some new wheel bearings in it. Clean it up. Yeah, it's going to need a seat. That one's garbage. Figure out some way to put some fenders on it too. So if you got any spare fenders sitting around you want to donate to the cause, let me know. I need a fender for the front wheel. I need a fender for the back wheel. Now the back wheel fender is integrated as part of the body itself. Somebody got in here and butchered this poor thing. But if you notice, the shock attaches to what's left of the fender underneath the seat. So I'm going to have to maybe do a little fabrication, get some sheet metal, do some making, and then on the back of it maybe I can find another fender and weld it in there and make it one again. Seat cover is not a big deal. I can sew something together and put some padding underneath it. I think I can figure that out. Fuel tank, I'll probably just get like a universal one off of eBay and fabricate that to fit. Throttle cable, probably just another universal throttle cable. It's got some weird things going on up here. If you look at the throttle, it's got like little tiny chain links in there. So when you run the throttle, it moves the chain back and forth. So that's kind of weird. So anyway, there's a lot of cool things on this bike. I'm looking forward to get it running. And when it runs, I'll post up another video of it when it starts.